right. GM, welcome to the TulipDAO for our 34th Investors AMA with AEdge Capital. They are bringing automated trading strategies. I think they're delivered through APIs and through an NFT distribution. So you're going to be able to connect your APIs directly to your centralized exchange accounts and utilize their tools, utilize their trading indicators, gain access through the NFT. Anyway, welcome Daniel, welcome Futaba, welcome Fisher Nut, you guys. What's up?
Yo, thanks for having us. And you got it.
Great to be here.
Yeah, let's get started by, if you could, just give us a little background on yourselves and on your team and how you came together to build AEdge.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in business for myself since '92. I had 4 businesses, or one business that was diversified into 4. Sold those businesses, the last one in 2021. Retired, and Edge. Been in crypto since 18 with Edge. Edge was a paid signals group, and kind of shut it down in 20. Had some surgeries, let it go, and hooked up with Daniel and decided to rebrand it and open it back up. And that's how we started this project, which our goal was to reach as many of the traders. 90 to 95% of people lose money in the markets, and our goal was to give them kind of a 2-tiered system to make money. One with the
Is it really 90-95%?
Yes.
I think it's even more.
Sucks to suck, bitches. Anyway, go on.
So we wanted to give them kind of a 2-tier system where they can make money. 1, the NFT floor, and then 2, the trading strategies that we provide. And so that was our goal, was to help as many people as we could, bring some good utility, and hopefully help people see some kind of financial relief in what we're facing now. And
it sounds like you've got a lot of Web 2 experience. Like, how old are you?
I'm 56.
God damn, you are in this space a rarity.
I'm the grandfather of all.
I'm usually the old guy. I'm 35.
Right. Well, Daniel started that, and so we're.
Don't get me wrong. I love it. I just keep thinking to myself, like, God damn, I'm gonna get outpaced by these young kids coming into the crypto, man, because the space is so dynamic and it changes so fast. But there is levels to it, right? There's many levels.
There is, and the thing about it is that's the reason we've diversified Edge the way we have, and we're going to continue to do what we have to do to be. We want to set a standard that people look back and say, man, these guys had their act together and they knew what they were doing. And we can look at that. We can look at that business model to build our business. And that was another goal we had. And what you'll find is I've always built my business on what I call the HIT process. And my wife tells me this is stupid to use it, but it's not to me. And that's honesty, integrity, and transparency. And that's what we want to do too, is because when I first came into crypto, it was like the wild, wild west. And, there was no honesty, no integrity, and no transparency. And we want to set that standard also to where people say, hey, man, let's do this the proper way. Let's be here for the long term, and let's make some money while we do it.
That's the way to go. I couldn't get behind that. That's exactly kind of the way we operate here and everything that we do as well. So I think that's one of the things that attracted us to you. But I don't want to get too far off base here. If we can get an intro from Futaba and Daniel.
Yeah.
And if you could, Fisher, it's pretty clear you're the founder, right? This is your idea, or was it you put the business together, somebody else's idea?
I'm the founder, and Daniel, I'll just say he's the co-founder, because honestly, the way we met and the way everything's going, I wouldn't be where I'm at without Daniel, or the team in general. But I'll let Daniel share a little bit about more about how we hooked up and about the team, and then Futaba can share a little bit about himself also.
Yeah. What's up, Daniel?
Hey guys. Yeah, I can introduce myself a little bit as well. I'm Daniel. I'm fully doxed on Discord, Twitter, everywhere. So I'm 37 years old, married, and I got 4 kids. I've also been a market analyst for about 12 years. So I've been through Forex, commodities, indices, stocks, and you name it, and tested a bunch of indicators, strategies, and everything in the space, you could say. Can
you tell me about your Web 2 experience?
Web 2 experience. I've been working solely by myself, you could say, all these years. I've been just doing my research on my own. I don't have any financial school or anything, so I've been just grinding my own way, you could say, in this Web 2 space. But I did start the Alpha Group, which is called Alpha Society, where we did free research for people and investors by finding projects that were the founders were doxed, if the project was audited and stuff like that, so we can give some confidence to investors down the line, you could say. I actually met Richard through Alpha Society as well, and we started to talk together, and I introduced him to Marius, our lead developer, who is not here currently, but he has been a developer for about 23 years, working for a Norwegian tech company, and I know him personally as well. And I also introduced Richard to Anton, who is our data scientist. He has been programming since he was 8 years old and been building a lot of profitable strategies for me before. But he hasn't done any type of strategy in crypto yet. So I wanted to bring him onto crypto. They didn't want to touch crypto at the start because he lives in Sweden. And if he has crypto in his account, he can get banned from the banks and stuff to actually, have crypto in general. So we decided he could get paid through Edge, and that way he can actually start building stuff inside of crypto, which is super, super fun. It's a super fun market. So
yeah, there's no place like it in the whole world.
Exactly.
It's fascinating. It's fascinating. These people walk around staring at their phones, like driving below the speed limit, and they have no idea that they're missing on a shitcoin launch in 37 minutes. No clue. Just pumping gas all slow and shit. It's like, didn't you know there's like a degen mints on fucking Aptos right now? Like, my God.
Yeah. Put up a pedal. We about to pump that blockchain gas.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel. Futaba, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having us, man. I'm James. I'm 33 years old. I've been involved in crypto since 2017, so it's 5 or 6 years now, and I've invested in countless coins, tokens, NFT projects, and shitcoins along the way. I've helped launch a few projects too, and with regards to IRL experience, because I know you're going to grill me on that one. Before Web3, I was production manager of Precision Engineering Company. I was managing the production schedules and along with the teams associated in getting the work done. But I did realize that I wanted to break out of the rat race. So I went and studied product management to help understand how digital teams run through agile frameworks. Combination of all that, and also we've known Daniel for around a year now. It led to me being approached to ask if I could come and help out with some of the community management and some of the outreach with Edge. It's an amazing team there. Everyone's super friendly, super helpful. We just sort of work as one big family in working out what do we need to do next and going out and getting it done. The dev team who work behind the scenes, those guys are absolutely unreal. some of the tools and the toys that they've developed are mind-blowing for someone of my caliber, sort of thing. Like Daniel will say, "Hey James, I've got this new toy I want to show you." He'll share a video of it on his screen, and I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah, we
I'm
got
sure
we
we'll get
got
more
a
to that.
demo. We got a few demos here, and we saw some of the indicators, and we were like, "Take my fucking money, give this to me," but it didn't matter what I said, they wouldn't give it to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still to get my hands on the bot. Obviously, it comes out next week, which is amazing. But I've been saying for months and months and months to Daniel, like, "Oh, can I have access? Can I have access?" And this dates back to probably April, maybe earlier. Where
Oh
Daniel
my
was,
gosh!
we were
So
on a
you're
VC.
telling me they're just gonna stiff arm me for months and months and months?
Well, the bot mints next week, but honestly, this goes back to like April, maybe slightly earlier.
Yeah, I
I
know.
was
I'm
on
just
VC with Daniel, and he was showing me indicators and things, and he was saying, "Oh, we're going to build this project." And honestly, I was like, "Cool story, bro. Everyone's got a project that they're building at the moment. Everyone's got a roadmap. I'll
yeah.
see it when it's done," because I wasn't involved in Edge back then. And then, sure enough, back in August, we linked up again, sort of thing, and had a decent chat. And then he says, "Oh yeah, do you remember this that I was telling you about?" And my jaw just dropped. I was like, "Wow."
Yeah. Very excited to hear about the product. So let's kind of get into the product and exactly kind of what this looks like for me from the user standpoint. So if you could, you have a mint coming, right? So users are going to get an NFT. If you could walk us through the process, like you're going to get the NFT, connect it to the website, and then you can view your or input your APIs or whatever. How does this look for the user?
Yeah. I can take this one probably. The end user is going to be pretty simple because we wanted to make it as user friendly as possible. So you mint the NFT, you connect it to our dashboard with we do have a collab land mechanism on our dashboard. So if you're selling your NFT,
Which
you're
blockchain? Which blockchain are you minting on for everybody?
we're minting on ETH right now. So
Okay.
so the dashboard has a collab land mechanism. So if you sell your NFT, you will also lose your strategy. So inside of this dashboard, you can link your API keys from your own centralized exchange account, and it will start trading for you from there. It's super simple, super user friendly. We wanted to make it as simple as possible.
So, because I know for a trading bot to achieve maximum efficiency, it requires some human intervention at certain times to shift strategies and things like that. So, are you just basically having everybody submit their APIs and then the controls are held by you, and then you shift the strategies like one strategy, and then it's handled that way?
The strategy is built on TradingView first, but it's transferred to Java because Java is much more reliable than TradingView.
Right.
So that will be on the back side of the dashboard. We are not touching that if we're not need to do so. But with our current validation tests on the strategy, we are pretty sure we don't need to touch it at all.
So you don't think it needs any human intervention at all?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna kill you. Don't lie to me.
I'm not lying.
No.
Not lying.
I'm gonna need some technicals, man. Tell me how this happens, because I've had experience with many trading bots over my 10 years in the space, and I have yet to see one that performs consistently without human intervention.
Yeah, that's probably TA bots or AI bots. Bots shouldn't be built upon those kind of things. It should be built on statistical models and quantitative models, you could say. So
yeah,
and that's why we have built it like this, so it can be robust and sustainable for a long, long time.
Can we get into what makes it different? This is one of the things that blew my mind, because you use the same logic that I had actually proposed to a dev for a decentralized trade bot. So I'm really curious to get a good explanation, and I'd like everybody to understand the way that this bot operates and why it's different.
Yeah, for sure. So the volatility in the market needs to be correct for this bot to initiate any trades. Because if it's too low volatility in the market, it won't take any trades. And if it's too high volatility in the market, it won't take any trades. So the volatility needs to be perfect for the trades to be initiated. So that acts like a safeguard on this bot, you could say. And will also make it stable.
Right. But I think there's some specific mechanisms that were really interesting. Specifically, how we were talking about the bot utilizing liquidity thresholds and volume thresholds to initiate buys and sells. And I think that was really, really cool. Can you elaborate on that?
I don't quite remember how I explained that to you, but let me see. We don't have our data scientist on board there, so I would love for him to get some more like this. Yeah, for sure.
We need him.
We need him for sure. But regarding your question on our Discord, you can put your questions into the strategy FAQ inside of our Discord, and he will answer directly to you. So.
What do you think I am? Some pleb? Oh my gosh. All right.
Well, you're asking the questions. Come on.
All right. So anyway, we'll get out of the weeds there. That's fine. I was really curious because it's a design that nobody has brought to market that I know of.
Exactly.
So that's what makes it exciting, because what they're saying could actually be true. And Daniel, can you give us some of the numbers and the returns over time for the performance of that bot so far?
Yeah, sure. So average a year, it's about 64% on the average return on your investment, which is pretty decent. It's better than, for example, Anchor, which is not sustainable, and another a lot of other yields as well, you could say, which is not usually sustainable because of the inflation.
The difference with this yield is it's real, right? It's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's also pumping up your USDT account all the time, because we're only trading on one pair, and that's BTC USDT on derivatives, and
Right.
it will utilize your USDT all the time and bump up the numbers on the USD. So you always have your funds in a stable coin, which is also really good.
Well, it's great to be able to just kind of push profits or push a deposit into stables and then get 56% or whatever per year. That's pretty bonkers, right? So
yeah, for sure. I can tell you some other numbers as well. Let me just pull up the white paper here. I think I have it.
And if you want to paste all of your social links, please. Oh, it looks like you posted the docs, or Fressa did. Thank you, Fressa. Docs are here, you guys. If you just scroll up, I'll post them again. Check out the docs.
Let me just post this image here. I got it.
And we really should have had Twitch going for streaming.
That would be cool.
Because that way you could have showed off some of these indicators. So,
of course.
All right, now we get the trade bot. First of all, how much is the mint?
We're setting it at $400 for whitelist and $550 for public right now.
Okay.
Because you're getting this strategy for
so at
for
0.35 ETH or some shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We need to look closer to mint though, because we don't want to set a price now and ETH is flying or ETH is decreasing, right? So we want to
maximize your money. I know.
No, make it equal for $400 as possible.
Yeah. Regardless.
yeah, for sure.
Regardless, I feel like it's very fair, like extremely fair. This lifetime access.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God. Fuck
No
me up. All
subscription.
right.
As long as you hold the NFT, you have access. Yes. And
Yeah.
the great thing about it that we haven't even shared is a lot of utility that our Gen 1s are going to have coming up
Oh yeah,
that they don't even know about.
I can go in details a little bit about it if you're interested to hear about those details as well.
I am, of course. I have more questions. So first, if that's okay.
Sure, for sure.
Do you plan on implementing more pairs over time? Is there a reason why it's only Bitcoin? Is it because it's a bit higher liquidity than most other cryptos, or?
Right. We wanted to choose for our first one. We wanted to make sure that the liquidity was there without moving the market. So we chose BTC.
Yeah.
Our next one that we will probably work on will be Ethereum. And
Right.
what our next goal would be or is what I've talked to Anton about was we need a strategy that will work on like 5 different altcoins.
Yeah.
That way we've got some kind of options to give to people, and that's what our second strategy should be. Is it'll work on like 5 different coins.
Yeah.
And,
I like that idea. I've seen strategies like that. That is a great idea, and I also think that going into bear market as we are, or being in bear market, gives you a unique opportunity to put together like a special bull market strategy if you are able
Right.
to, for, you know what I mean, for like large cap cryptos. Maybe put 10 large caps, and you can shift the strategy when volume turns, and when macro sentiment returns, and all these things, and that thing will be printing much more than 56%. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
That would be crazy to see that thing go like thousands of percent and be able to market that.
Yeah.
So
I actually have a system also which measures which of the coins is probably going to increase most in percentage as well, which is something that could be implemented in something
Right.
like
Love
this,
it.
right? Because with the higher probability to actually fly instead of the other ones.
Yeah. No, it's great. Okay, let's go back. What you were gonna speak on something, and I completely forget what it was.
On which point? With the strategy, or with the future things that's going to happen with the
the
Gen 1?
upcoming developments.
For sure. We can take a little deep dive. Of course, we are planning to also have a governance token. We haven't figured out any utilities for that per now, but that's up for discussions, and also something we want the community to also.
Why would you
suggest.
need a governance token? This is where I'm gonna grill your ass.
Yeah.
Why need a governance token when you have NFTs?
Yeah, we want to diversify everything a little bit, so you will understand a little bit more when I go to details to the other things as well.
Why don't you just tell me right now in front of the whole world?
Richard, you take this one.
You want to take this one? So okay, well, we're also explaining on building an exchange, and
I did not know that.
yes.
Why?
Why? Because we want to be able to give utility through that back to our holders and make money in the process of doing it.
I think that is a poor reason to start an exchange.
You think that's what, a poor reason?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Well, hang on. Let me just say one thing.
Go ahead, share me. I like listening to other people. So,
Yeah,
sure.
nobody sits around and is like, we have to do something for these people. Oh, I know, I'm going to build an exchange. Like, I just feel like that's like not the best way to get value to your people.
That's not the only reason that we're building the exchange.
Yeah, we're going to build a social trading exchange, you could say, where you can actually have like if you look at your screen, if you divide it into, you can have your own chatting group on the right side. You can be a mentor of your own group. You can link trading view signals into this group as well, while you have your trading screen on the left side. So this is one of the ideas we have that try to complement both of them.
Okay, you didn't let me finish. All I was going to say is,
yeah,
you don't start an exchange unless you have something that is innovative, right? Or something that is actually going to change it. And it sounds like a social metric involved, like a social ranking system and something like that. Is that what you're incorporating?
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. We've actually discussed some of that stuff here. But I mean, ultimately, if you want people to use your exchange, the social stuff, all that is going to attract is little retail money, cute little retail money, nothing that's going to be giving you like volume numbers. And I think that it's important to target whales and people with deep liquidity in order to be successful launching an exchange first. Second, in order to get them, you have to have a reason for them to use you, you know?
Right.
So
yeah, sure.
You guys got to focus on those problems, most definitely. And you also need to understand how fucking big that centralized exchange ocean is, and trying to make a ripple in it is a lot fucking harder than it is with an NFT collection. So
sure.
I don't think that's some direction you guys should go, really. I mean, go on.
Well, you know, my ultimate goal was the NFT market. You know, the NFT market in the trading space for crypto. I mean, that's where you're going to reach the most people, but not only reach them, but help them. You know, when people are losing money hand over fist, and when we kind of see how market makers work, how they take liquidity out of the market, how they trap traders, they get them interested in going long, then they liquidate those longs, get them interested in going short, liquidate the shorts. That was my goal, because like you said, you've used a ton of bots before. Well, when Edge had first started, there was a trader I had there who was very, very smart, traded millions and millions of dollars a day in the actual market. Well, he took a couple of my guys that were there, members of the group, and built his own platform. And their bots, starting out, I lost more crypto, well, more Bitcoin and Ethereum than I care to even tell people about. And looking back on those times, I wanted to change that for people and give them something that is stable, excuse me, that is going to produce long term, not something that is going to trade. You're going to every trade you take is going to lose money on the next trade. You know, in this market being choppy as it was, that's where the bots get killed, 90% of them.
Oh yeah.
And so that's the reason we have the safeguard in place, is to keep it from just liquidating your account all the time. There's nothing worse than going to bed, having 50K in your account, and you wake up and there's 35K in your account because the bot just couldn't do what it was supposed to.
You got shit on it. What happens? You know what the problem is poor order execution and poor order book software on exchanges. And I've actually had some insight to the situation recently. We had a pre-sale for somebody who has changed and fixed a lot of the ordered book tech problems. I think potentially for you, partnering with somebody who has improved tech and better, you know, a better built exchange would be a better path for you than trying to build it yourself, not being able to compete with the product, having to deal with all of that extra, you know, all the extra overhead for launching and another capital raise and all this stuff. You know, I'd like to see you guys focus on your product and just make it as good as you can. Focus on the UX, improving features and functionality for NFT holders, maybe implementing some other cool tools. You guys are like a few steps away from being able to do, like, who knows, fucking options or some shit. Like, I don't know. You guys have the brains for this stuff, and you guys know You know what I mean? You guys could very well execute some advanced trading strategies that are automated for people through the NFTs in some creative way instead of building an exchange. And I think you do better.
Right.
I'm just throwing you some of my ideas. I've been doing this shit for way too fucking long, and I'm just telling you, with the centralized exchange market the way it is, it's really hard to get in. It's gate kept like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that we, with being in the U.S. and me being incorporated in Alabama, that I have to be very careful with, and that's something that we've discussed time and time again to make sure if we're going to do anything, it's got to be done by the SEC guidance. Lawfully, everything that we do has to be exact. I always tell people, I don't like shiny bracelets. I don't like free rides in the back of a car. Not going to jail for anybody, regardless of what it is. So, but I love the ideals that what you're bringing up. And one thing that we've discussed is being able to get the order book data for Bybit and building an institutional grade bot. That way it gives us more options.
Yeah, that costs a pretty penny, but the data's there. They just got to pay for it.
Yeah, right. And we've been discussing with people about getting that data. Actually, Bybit, I discussed with Bybit. They tell you it's not available, which I know it is, but they're not willing to give.
They only provide it to market makers.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. The whole industry is gate kept, bro. It's a whole fucking cuck fest. I can't stand the shit. I hate it. It's like it's the same thing in DeFi too. Once you get to a certain level and you're trying to have conversations with certain people, these motherfuckers start gatekeeping. Blue chips only. Oh, you don't have billions in TVL. You know what I mean? Fuck off. Like that's not. I don't think that's how crypto is meant to be operated. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I'm all about decentralized, permissionless growth and the real tech having a way to shine through and be lifted up, right? That's the way it's meant to be. So anyway, that's why no matter how big somebody is, when they come through here with a good idea, I'm fucking supporting, and that's just how it is always for me. So anyway, regardless, I really like what you're talking about. I think that you guys are you have the mind for this, and it seems like you're open to criticism and shifting your business model, which makes me more bullish. So, no, it's great. If you guys could kind of tell us, other than the exchange idea, the governance token. Let's get back to that. Why the governance token? Why not just let people have governance through the NFT?
Yeah, that's a good question. We haven't actually discussed it too much, though. It's just ideas that we're going to discuss in the future. So right now we're just focusing on what we're doing right now, but those things that we have on the roadmap is just the future ideas that we want to elaborate on, you could say.
An airdrop to this is the one way I would support a token from you guys. If you were to airdrop everybody who either minted, everybody who staked, everybody who used the bot, deposited X amount and above, and you airdropped everybody an equal amount over 50% of the supply, and then you provide liquidity for the other part, or as much as you can, and then see what they do. Just give out the governance token free. Don't be doing no fucking big raise or anything that seems cash grabby. And then let the token do its own thing and let it find its own value. It's going to crash into the fucking dirt. It'll find the bottom, and then you guys can start building infrastructure and have proper distribution.
There would be no raise for the coin if we do one. I refuse to do that.
Good. Yeah. That's great. I like to hear that, because I think it could work as a governance token if you're not cash grabbing with it, right? And not having crazy VC hands in your pie and having to have 20% go to your vested fucking angel influencers and all this dumb shit, You don't do that, and you have a chance.
Well, that's that. Well, we've had investors come to us, and I'm not, I don't turn people down. Just I will hear what they have to say, but I don't like giving my business away to anyone. I'd much rather struggle through what I had to do and pay what I had to pay, and then worry about getting mine back on the back end.
Right. Like,
I'm
real
used
quick.
to Go ahead.
I'd much rather see you like sell a package of pre-sale NFTs to somebody at a 20% discount.
Exactly.
Than have like somebody who's getting tokens at like 30% of what market's getting.
Right.
So
yeah. No. I wouldn't do that, and I just, I'm the old school guy that built his business, started in the backyard, and turned it into a very large business, diversified into 4, and ended up selling them. And that I'm not massively rich by no means, but I have enough money to survive the rest of my life if I want to. And a matter of fact, one of the guys from Journey, his outreach guy, he asked me, "Why did you come out of retirement to do this?" And I told him, "I love crypto, and I was bored. When you get bored, you have to find something to do, or you just go insane."
Yeah.
So,
and it seems like you enjoy, the process of building something up.
I do. I mean, that's what I've done all of my life. I've restored old cars and everything most of my life. I've worked on them. I've done everything, and in rebuilding things. And my goal is to find a group of guys that have skills and help take those skills and turn that business into something that people can look to and say, "Man, let's see what their business model was and see if that's something we can implement to help us." That's always been my goal in life, is to help other people. I like taking people and bringing them with me. I've got a vision for the future, and what you find is most people are stuck in their day to day, and they don't have a vision to move forward.
Yeah.
So if you can get them on a vision to move forward and take those people, you can change the world just with a small group of people. And
you, sir, are speaking my language.
And right now, this group of guys that we've got together, there was 5 of us, and I used to say we fit like a glove. There's only 4 here now, but man, we click, and we are so far advanced from where we should be at this time. It's just amazing, and I have to say that this team makes me look really, really good. And that's what I told some guys the other day. We've all got different skill sets. So, I think it was Daniel said, I said, if I had Anton's brain and Switchback's brain and my skills, I would be detrimental to this market. And Daniel said, but then you wouldn't need us. I said, no, I would need you, because we all have different skill sets, and your skill sets are better than mine in certain areas, and mine are better than yours in certain areas. So you can't, even though you've got all these skill sets, if you try and do it alone, you'll fail.
Yeah,
And
spoken like a true leader, man. Honestly, love it. Yeah, true leadership. You recognize your shortcomings, right? And it allows you to lift others up, and not only does it help you and help them, but it helps the whole. And it's a beautiful thing when you see true leadership. I just wanted to give you your props.
I appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah, man. I feel like we've got a solid grip on the protocol and the team and your guys' ethics and morals here. So I want to dig into some of these community questions now that we're kind of through the beginning here. Real quick, I'm going to skim these. I'm going to ask some of the ones that pop out. Voids, if you have any of these that I miss or anything, if you want to ask some of these, please do. First one is from Rect. What is meant by scalping strategies, and who decides the strategies? Can you explain?
What it's meant by scalping strategies is more like short-term trades where you, for example, go for short targets. You go for like gaining 4% and risking 2%, and it's intraday trading, you could say. So within a day, the trade should be hitting your target. Who decide those strategies? Yeah, the bot that we have built does decide when to enter and where to put up the stop loss and where to put up the targets as well. So it's automated.
Yeah, it's fully automated, Rect, based off some thresholds that need to be met, and once they're met, it enters a trade, and then it closes after another threshold is met.
Exactly.
It's all automated. I wish we could have had their data scientists or one of their devs here to answer this stuff, but we do not. So I do understand loosely the way it operates from a logic standpoint, so I can help. But anyway, regardless, let's move on. Rec number 2, would we have to provide APIs of our accounts? Yes, you would. And it's only going to be Bybit to begin. They you guys may implement some other exchanges in the future.
Yes.
That's the plan.
Okay. As the NFTs are interactive NFTs, you guys don't have any plans of metaverse, so.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do.
We actually have a partner already.
Help! Tell me.
Yeah, actually, one of the I see one of the guys in here. I'm not going to throw his name out there, but yeah, I see one of the guys that we're working with.
Okay.
In the group.
I can explain it a little bit. So every NFT holder of the Adobots will get their own apartment. In this apartment, you can actually customize the pictures on the wall. You can put a video on the TV. You can customize the lights as well. And we will also have a lobby where you can interact with all the other Adobots. And also we're planning to make the first of a kind trading floor inside of this metaverse as well, where you can actually take trades and trade alongside the other bots as well. So it's pretty cool, actually.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be pretty like New York Stock Exchange. So you will have that feeling when you're in that metaverse.
Love that.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's funny and interesting.
I can share. We can share that link to if you guys wanted to mint one of their.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see. I would like to log into that and just kind of feel it out and see what it's like. That's funny. Well, that's interesting. I thought I was gonna die of cringe when you said metaverse, and then
turn around. One of the first.
I turned you around.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I'm still overall pretty bearish on the 50,000 metaverses that all think that they're gonna survive, but
yeah. The cool thing about this metaverse is that it's 125 projects that's going to be in this metaverse. All the NFTs from the different projects are going to have their own building, with their logo on top of the building and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's pretty cool, and you can interact with all of the projects, you could say. So I think it's pretty cool.
We're in that weird phase with the markets too. Metaverse is such a buzzword, like with NFTs and Reddit kind of taking it over into the rebranding digital collectibles. That'll have to happen. It's your digital space. Join all these other projects.
Yeah, for sure.
The crazy thing for me about this metaverse is for Web3, it's like a new buzzword. But go back 18 years or more ago, I was playing Habbo Hotel in Web2 with my two-dimensional avatar. I was typing to people, and that was where I spent my time.
I was there talking to you, man.
See, so we've already done the whole metaverse thing. We've already done it. We go to school the next day and tell our friends that we were in the same room with about what happened. So the metaverse experience is enabling people to connect together, to spend time together, whilst they're just sat at home with a beer open, so they don't have to travel an hour and have the expense and the inconvenience.
It's just a digital space, right? It's just a digital space. I mean, even before, like you could say, I've talked about this in the way that we deliver Discord execution. Like even chat rooms are an environment. right? And in the simplest form, it's the first like meeting room on the internet, right, where people could interact. And before the metaverse, all we had was chat rooms, and it was very similarly a space that people could go to interact and to socialize with people on the internet, right? And it's just an evolution from chat rooms to games to actual three-dimensional spaces where you can create an avatar and stuff. Like there was Second Life and things like that. It's really fascinating. But at the same time, the point I was making is there's so many metaverse projects and it's such a big, wide open space that it's really difficult to try to figure out who's going to win, who's going to lead.
Exactly.
But I agree. I think that it's going to be somebody who is able to be interoperable, right? That other projects can come, have a space. It's going to work. It's got to be universal, where it's plug and play with other blockchains, other projects, and that's going to be, to me, like kind of what separates.
You kind of have to work it into the narrative. We know so many people in this space are workaholics. Like we're not going to separate ourselves from the screen, so you're going to want to make this an activity that, hey, they still get to exist somewhat in that reality, but they get to escape at the same time. Allow people that break, but stay connected.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to get too far off on the metaverse conversation, but
true.
I think it's interesting, and if you guys are going to do it, you should be talking about that stuff. So, yeah, cool.
No,
Voids. Do you have any favorite questions you want to ask?
Shinspade wanted to know why you chose the breakdown of the number of NFTs, and do you have any more from the creative mindset ideas about rarities in the collections? And is this going to be an expanding supply? Is this finite to the first mint?
Why we choose the 4096 is because of our lead developer. He is actually maker of the NFTs as well. And he wanted, like, if you do 2, 4, 8 and go towards
binary number.
Yeah, binary number, you will end at 4096. It's like a bot thing.
You know how when you buy memory for your PC?
Yeah, exactly. 512
guys.
yeah.
You see what I have to put up with at this team.
and also rarities. We do have different rarities on the NFTs as well, with all of the NFTs. But the thing with the NFTs, our developer didn't want to make any of the NFTs look bad, so everybody's actually looking really good. So that's a good thing.
Gotta love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like, and I've done it myself, you buy this NFT and you see all these great ones and you get this one that is just hideous, and that's what he said, and Adobots stands for adorable bots. One thing he said he wanted to do is he wanted to reach women, which I thought was pretty cool. And he just wanted to make sure that everyone got something that was nice out of the collection, not one that stood out, 100 times better than the worst. So
not meant to be a common or a floor just because it looks ugly, kind of thing.
Exactly.
I wouldn't think you guys should focus on like trying to sell the NFTs from the art. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna come buy an Adobot because they're cute.
It adds another layer, though.
It does. It does add a layer. Are you talking about female traders?
No. He was just he was, he said, I always tell him he's a ladies guy, because he was like, well, I just wanted to do something that women would like also. And that's the first thing that women say. Most of them, man, it's so cute. It's adorable. And but yeah, his ideal was just to make sure that everybody got something kind of equal value. So if you bought one, you didn't feel like you were getting left out by what you got. So, which was excellent. And the best thing about this is that he wrote all the code, everything to build these things. He started from scratch and built it and made the Adobots. And that was when I fell in love with him. And we were talking, Daniel, he and I and Daniel were talking one day when I actually met him. And he was showing the project off and asked what I thought about them. And I said, if they could dance, that would sell in a heartbeat. And it was just, I heard him tapping away on the keyboard. And the next thing I know, he said, there you go. And it was break dancing, you know. And I was like, man, that is amazing. So they are interactive, and it's. I'm very proud of them myself. I love the Adobots, the NFTs, and but I'm more proud of what we're trying to bring, Web 2 and Web 3 together, to where we can provide something excellent for our members. That's just our ultimate goal. It's not about just the NFT. It's not about just the trading. It's about how many people are we going to be able to reach? How many people are we going to be able to possibly help stop losing money in the market? And, is it going to be a perfect system? No, because there's not one when you've got market makers running the market on you. But we've tried to devise something that can say, hey, okay, I sense that there's too much volatility or not enough, and we'll set out on this one. And so far it's been doing an excellent job.
Did we cover different risk profiles for users? Do the bots have that type of variety?
No, the bot has limited adjustables inside of the dashboard, so you can risk up to 3% of your account per trade, and that's the maximum. We just want to keep everybody safe, so you don't do any mistakes of depleting your account. So made it like childproof because it's needed sometimes. So.
Very understandable, especially when you're trying to drive consistency as a point.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the bot proprietary code or optimized solution that's already in the market?
Proprietary.
I think we covered most of everything. Did we just answer who you think your biggest competition going into this type of market is going to be and how you'd try to get market share?
We haven't really considered other projects to be competition to us. There's other projects out there, but we've got our own game plan, and I don't look at other projects to see what they're doing, or I don't.
I say the competition comes more from expressing how your bot interactions and how you use your bot is different than the typical decentralized bot, and getting people to understand that quickly and understanding that value, and then how that makes them safer and realize their money in a way that can be a lot more consistent into the future with your product versus somebody else who doesn't have that same proofing.
Exactly. Well put.
Not in a quantitative way. I think we have some that's building suites or something for people, but it's TA based, so not in the quantitative method. We are.
Can we talk about the indicators? Do you get the indicators as part of the NFT purchase?
That's a good. We haven't fully decided how we're going to do that. Simply because we haven't shared a lot about what we're doing on our Web 2 and how that's going to work, and we still have to devise a plan that is feasible for everyone and for us. So that's yet to be decided, to be honest, of how what will be given, what will not on the indicators, but there will be options there. I'll put it like that.
I need you to devise a plan on how to get me that indicator, or all of them.
Which indicator are you telling?
All of them, Richard. All of them.
I'm going to tell you the Markovians. I'm going to tell you the Markovian levels are spot on. I mean,
That sounds like some like Roman like mythological. The Sarconians, are they an alien race?
Everything that we're bringing works excellent. I haven't even tried every one of them in my trading, but Markovian, I do a lot of field levels and stuff, and the Markovians are just, I'm like, bam, bam.
I'm an expert beta tester, right?
Yes, we are. We are.
I was just going to say, if you guys want to get your hands on them, then we are actually giving free trials up until the point of mint. For those that are in our server, jump into our Discord server, go get yourself the Prime List role, and we can hook you up so you can get your hands on them beforehand.
I didn't even think about that. Great.
Now that is some great alpha.
Great follow-up there, James.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I am super excited, you guys, especially now that I get to use these fucking indicators. Hell yeah. Well, all right. Let me see. Is there any questions that I missed that we should be asking? Let me just quickly skim this. Okay. Cam wants like a layman explanation on what it means to be linked to a centralized exchange. Yield from scalping strategies will get paid out to the SEX account versus getting airdropped, right? Question.
Yeah, you're having your own account on the centralized.
Yeah, we
exchange.
don't handle anyone's funds. You're in charge of all your funds. The API is set up. You set the API up to where no one can withdraw or anything on your account. So you're in control of all your funds.
I'm gonna give you a security question because I have experience in data security. What's happening with those APIs? How are they being managed? How is it safe? Why is it safe?
We have a 2FA on the dashboard as well, which we have added
for the user, but you're holding those APIs somewhere on a server.
And that's also a good question for our lead developer as well.
He's head of our security, so
yeah. So I
haven't discussed that with him yet, but I can discuss that.
Yeah, I would think that's something you guys need to make sure is airtight.
Right.
For sure.
Definitely.
Whatever is holding those APIs is your biggest weak point and biggest attack vector. So just be aware of that, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. But again, we API keys, you can't actually withdraw any funds or anything from those API keys because you're deciding like it's the API is only going to place order and make trades for you, and that's it. So,
yeah, but they could potentially maliciously trade your account to zero.
Yeah.
As an attack against your protocol, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we will get that question answered for you. Just asking our lead developer on that point.
Cool.
Yep.
When token, if token.
I think we kind of covered that, didn't we?
we haven't even got that far into our game plan yet. I mean, that would be further down the road.
Right. I mean,
right
I'm
now,
just looking for ballpark, maybe like a year out, 6 months.
You'd be at least a year out.
Yeah. Okay.
If we choose to do it. Right now, we've got too many other things that we're focusing on to make sure everything's working properly for everyone that we've got in the works. And we'll continue to build on our indicators, things that are going to help people more than anything else at this point.
Yeah. Cool.
Setting up for the bull market. Once we hit the bull market, that's going to be
most
fun
definitely.
times.
I highly recommend you guys get a bull market strategy ready, and then start promoting those crazy gains once they start happening. And you guys should have a crazy inflow of users. Timing the market.
Yeah, you can go check some of our stuff out. People that want to check out in the server, other things that we have that we don't really share online of anything that's going on there because we haven't finished with what we're doing. But you can just check out the Edge Signals channel and the P&L.
Cool. Sounds great. Well, everybody, please join the Discord, follow their Twitter, keep an eye out. What day is the mint? And we're looking at roughly $400 to $500 USD value.
Yeah, November 9th.
November 9th, motherfuckers. And we're going to put it on the calendar here just for you. We'll have reminders set up in the DAO on mint day so you guys can get a little cute little pop-up. Just make sure you click the little bell, you know. So yeah, super excited to see how this unfolds. We will be minting with Treasury to start feeding some stables over there over time. And yeah, looking forward to it, guys. Any last words?
No, just we appreciate you having us. You were an excellent host, and appreciate all the questions everyone gave. So
yeah,
excellent.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you. We really appreciate you guys coming by, and I know the community is going to just eat this shit up. So people are going to be really excited about this. We got a lot of stable chads in the DAO, so they'll be excited about an opportunity like this for sure. So anyway, closing out here, thank you for coming to our 34th Investors AMA. Here at the TulipDAO, we provide deep dive AMAs, technical information and analysis for investors. We have private sales, pre-sales, seed round opportunities. We're doing AMAs, KYCs, as well as security audits. If you have a new protocol, come get you a role. Come check out the alpha. We have white lists for NFTs on Solana, white lists for NFTs on Aptos. We got airdrop alpha for Sui. Come and get you some. Thank you.
Cool, man. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Let's go.
Later, bro.